So I'm just going to share 2 quick lessons I've learned about how to feel good in life. And um, yeah, okay, let's start there. So, all right. Number 1, never cause yourself emotional harm. It's never necessary. It never helps. So, like, sometimes we'll speak to ourselves or think to ourselves or whatever, and we'll think, we'll discourage ourselves and say, I can't do it, or I'm not a good person, or we'll say something like, um, I'm drawing a blank now, sorry. We'll say something like, we won't say it actually, but we'll be like, I need to worry. Like, we'll think we need to worry, and that will somehow keep the person we're worrying about safe. Or we'll think, I need to stress because that'll motivate me to get something done. You don't need to give yourself negative emotions in order to accomplish things in life and in order to exist in life, because all it does is it hurts. It hurts. It's emotional masochism. It's illogical, and it doesn't help ever. And you can, once you realize that it doesn't help and that you don't need these negative emotions, you can just let them go and just don't let them happen. Okay, so that's one thing. And another thing that I learned is being yourself. I've spoke about this recently, so I don't know if everybody wants to hear it, but being yourself, your true self, feels great. It just feels great. And I don't like everything about myself. I'm not saying that I do. I don't like everything about myself. But when I'm being it, it feels great. But there was a self that I was being that was acting, and that that like that I it was a guarded, more guarded self, and I felt so claustrophobic in my own skin because I was being this way. So when you just let it all go, because there was the on the one side there was the guarded self, and on the other side there was the embellishment. So on one side I would be extra guarded, on the other side I would try to make myself cooler, more funny, more blah blah blah, more interesting, blah blah. And so whenever I was doing either of those, whether it was trying to be a better, more likable, in my own opinion, person, or whether I was trying to be guarded and keep myself emotionally safe, both of them made me feel shitty, and they were both actually were hurting me instead of helping me. They were both hurting me instead of helping me. What helped me was just letting it all go, stop acting at all, ever, just let it go, and just be. Just be the me. The I I get I I it might sound self-deprecating when I say this, but it's actually not, because I don't judge myself for it. But what I'm about to say, you know, I was always afraid of being boring. And the true me can be boring. Can be pretty boring. But I don't judge myself for that. And if somebody wants to judge me for that, they can. It's up to them. But who I am truly can be pretty boring. But when I'm being boring and you know not embellishing myself at all, it honestly feels much better than trying to be interesting and trying to be special and trying to be better or whatever. And it also feels better than being extra super guarded and stuff. Okay, so this shouldn't be too long. Alrighty, see ya.